Hey guys. Alright, I hope you're ready for part 2. Hopefully you got a chance to grab yourself a drink, use the restroom, annotate a little bit, maybe underline some important parts. Saving the turtles, right? No plastic. Trying to keep it in my flask, even though we're not in school. So, yeah, I hope you're enjoying the story so far. It's really, really interesting. It's Benjamin Franklin guy, and let's get started with part 2 of our story. Now, this gadget goes by many names, such as the grabber. Everyone has seen one. It's the long stick that helps grab items from out of reach places. So right now, probably in your house, and if your mom or dad is watching this video with you, they're thinking to themselves probably like, I have one of those in the house right now. Okay, for those hard to reach places that you can't get up to. Ben invented the original device and called it the long arm because it worked with a very long arm. Pretty cool, right? So these are those small little things that you just think of when you see them like, oh, they've always been around. Well, not always. Benjamin Franklin was the one who invented that. Very cool. All right, I'm loving this page right here. If you got a chance to print out the PDF, it's page 16 and 17. The way that the page is set up, it's broken into thirds. Okay, so you guys know from math, what does that mean? Thirds. Okay, so they take one large piece and they break it into 3 equal parts. Thirds. Okay, think about the numerator and the denominator and all that good stuff, right? So we're learning not only math, but we're learning reading and writing as well. Now, swimmers and divers use flippers to move faster through the water. Ben invented things even when he was a boy. He was an avid swimmer and built wooden flippers for both hands and feet. So think about that. Something that, everybody probably takes for granted right now. Ben invented those things. So neat. Now, ships travel across the Gulf Stream to take advantage of the faster current. Ben measured, charted, and publicized the Gulf Stream during his 8 voyages across the Atlantic Ocean. So let's stop for a second. We've been working so hard on our geography. If we leave the city of Philadelphia or the town of Upper Darby or Clifton Heights, wherever you are currently at right now, and we head east through New Jersey, all the way to the East Coast, and we get to the beaches of New Jersey, and we look out to the ocean. 2 questions for you. 1, what direction are you looking? Think about where we live. What coast do we live on? Do we live on the West Coast? Do we live on the East Coast? Think about that. What cardinal direction are you looking? Also, what ocean is it? Okay, what ocean is it? Anyone? I'll give you a hint. It's not the Pacific. It's not the Pacific. So Benjamin Franklin figured out that there was this thing called the Gulf Stream in the Atlantic Ocean that would propel boats to move faster. Okay, very, very interesting. Extremely important. Okay, why do you think that that's important for boats to be able to move faster? Okay, up and down the East Coast. I want you to think about that. Now, we understand and accept the benefits of vitamin C. Ben was an early promoter of eating citrus fruits to help prevent a disease called scurvy. Now, as we're all sitting in our home because of this virus that is going on, do you think now is a better time than ever to remain healthy, to eat healthy foods, to get a good dose of vitamin C, to sleep well at night? Okay? Think about that. Ben, 200 years ago, had that mindset. Pretty interesting. Now, for a musical interlude, Ben invented the glass armonica. It was able to create music by simply touching his wet fingers to a row of spinning glass bowls. Mozart and Beethoven were so moved by the sounds that they composed for the instrument. Now think about this, guys. Remember all the way back when we were learning science and you guys were able to create an instrument? Some of you in our class use this specific technique to create your instrument. Who out there did that? Post it in the discussion board. If you're one of those people that used glass and wanted to make those beautiful sounds, I want you to talk about it in the discussion board. Okay? And I want you also to know that that instrument is directly related to the man that we're reading about in today's story, Benjamin Franklin. Very cool. Now, our fireplaces are very efficient and easy to use. Ben improved on the primitive fireplaces of his day when he designed the Pennsylvania fireplace, later renamed the Franklin stove. He built it with iron to contain the heat from a fire long after the logs were burned. It also sat away from the wall to heat the room more evenly. Wow. How many of you guys in your house have a fireplace? Okay. That is directly related to Benjamin Franklin. Also, did anybody notice that they said, and I'm going to read the sentence again, improved on the primitive fireplaces of his day when he designed the Pennsylvania fireplace? Pennsylvania. What state do we live in? If you're still following along with us, we're on page 22 and 23. Now, instead of breaking this page into thirds, they break it into halves. How many pieces is that? Now, chairs come in all shapes and sizes. Ben designed 2 chairs that are still very useful. The writing chair combined a desk and a chair into one. The library chair was a combination chair and stepladder. So I want to let you guys know, when Mr. White was in school, believe it or not, we actually had writing chairs.